what's up? Yeah, it's gonna be similar to yesterday. We're just gonna practice for a little while. No, it's not back yet. Thanks. Yeah, 'cause somebody already got it. It's just RSS, the one frames in Dream, and RoboSponge. That's it. It's basically just nothing.
Looks like the robots left itself vulnerable. Oh, close encounters of the painful. That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight.
Yeah.
That's the ticket.
Slam, thanks for the 50.
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
Thanks for the 50.
Suck it to him, SpongeBob! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! That's the ticket! That's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That does it! SpongeBob is...
We should have the PlayStation by the end of the week.
That's the
Just a
ticket!
really stupid little hold up, I guess. Wednesday or Thursday, hopefully.
Suck it to
Hopefully it
him,
ships today.
SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Great bat! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
Oh, my fucking HDMI is cutting out. We really need to get that fixed.
Suck it to him, SpongeBob! And the Suck it
ordered
to
a new
him,
one.
SpongeBob!
Hopefully it's not dog shit.
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
It's the splitter. It's the splitter that I use to bypass HDCP.
Suck it to him, SpongeBob! And that's the ticket! Look! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! And the Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
What's up?
Suck it to him, SpongeBob! Ooh. That's the ticket! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! That's the ticket! That's the ticket! And the robot is That's the ticket! That's the ticket! Look at That's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That does it! SpongeBob is back in the fight! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That does it! SpongeBob is back in the fight!
Wow.
That does it! SpongeBob is back in the fight! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket! And suck it to him, SpongeBob! Ooh. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! And
What's up?
that's the ticket!
Yeah.
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That does it! SpongeBob is... That's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket! That's the ticket! And that's the ticket! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that.
We did that last year.
That's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Oh! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that. That's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! That's the ticket! That's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
What's up?
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
Yeah, thanks for the tip, man. Didn't know that.
That's the ticket. Suck it to him, SpongeBob. That's the ticket. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
Could be my. Oh, right, you're right.
Close encounters of the painful kind.
Yeah, so like, my capture card has this weird bug where like, if it loses signal, the audio desyncs.
That's the ticket.
And it lost signal earlier. I forgot to do something about it.
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
It's because of the HDMI splitter. Yeah, like bypassing HDCP, like this splitter that I got is like really shitty.
I guess
Trying to get a
SpongeBob
new one.
won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket. Suck it to him, SpongeBob. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That does it. SpongeBob is
Well, I can't even do it. Because the fucking freaky cleaner fucked up my PC, my PS3. So I gotta use a slower one to practice until I get it back, or the new one that I bought comes in. I actually have two coming in. I have a refurbished Catch E coming in, and a European Catch C coming in. I'm gonna test both of them. And then the Catch E that the guy fucked up, like I'll probably get it back and like return it to the seller, resell it or something.
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
Yeah, would you believe me if I told you I bought 6 of them in the last month?
That's the ticket. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket.
Yeah.
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
Exactly.
That's the ticket.
So yeah, we're just gonna, like, while I can't do runs, we're just gonna practice stuff.
That's the ticket. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. 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 Yikes!
It already is. Oh. Separate from PS2? No. No, I mean, nobody wants to run this shit anyway. Like the PS3 that actually saves time, like the fast one. Well, they both save time, but the more accessible one, like the non-launch model one, saves a minute over the launch model. Like the ones that are like slightly more stable. So they're less rare, they're less stable. They probably, you can get them for like a couple $100 probably. So yeah, I mean, we were already keeping them together before that, but that just really solidifies that, like, we're not making separate categories for PS3. Also, nobody's gonna fucking run this anyway. This shit's so lame, dude. Like, if it were like the main category of the game, then maybe. Yeah, no chance, because this shit's just fucking lame. Nobody wants to play this shit. But yeah, PS3 saves 3 minutes over PS2. It saves about 3 minutes. It's like the difference between hard disk and disk for Xbox. Yeah, everybody else is like doing some runs, but they're not like grinding it, you know.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize
it's really lame. Like nobody wants to play it. I'm just trying to optimize it so we can forget about it, basically. It's just super lame. I think 2640 something for now.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned!
It's the last thing you want to fucking see.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned! SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and ejected? Stay tuned! SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and ejected? Stay tuned!
You can blame the demo for that. The demo was a Trojan horse. That's how they got the glitches patched out. Sucks. But yeah, next time, the way we're gonna handle it next time is we're not gonna allow people to post glitches in the server. If people want to like speedrun the demo, we're gonna make it be glitch free. Like you can't upload. Maybe we shouldn't even incentivize it, because like it's just gonna, you know, it's a big problem. But yeah, I understand, like, some people were like, you know... Yeah, exactly. Like, there was no day one route because Kaons did his run before the game came out. And, like, I don't know, I guess it's fair to say, like, he's probably not gonna do that next time. Because he felt like he wasted his time because they patched everything and all that. I don't know. Like, I agree, like, it's not really in the spirit of speedrunning to, like, figure things out on your own when like literally nobody else could get the game. Like I agree with that. At the same time though, I respect the hustle. Like he's trying to like, you know, grow his channel and whatever. And, like I get it. But yeah, I don't know, it's a situation where yeah, I get it. There's also that guy who was like hiding strats and shit. So I don't know, things are just like kind of weird with that game right now. I'm doing no-hit playthroughs of it occasionally. I might even do some tonight just because, like, there's, like, really not much to practice here, you know? Like, there's just nothing in this run to practice. Well, I can't do runs. And I feel like I haven't really done anything over the past couple of days. So. I don't know, maybe we could just do some of that tonight. I'll tell you what, I'll lower the goal while we can't while we can't actually do any runs. Like I'll lower the goal to like 20 subs or something, you know. I'll lower it to like 20 subs per stream and we'll do it because I feel like that's fair. Because what's the alternative? Watching me practice the same 3 tricks, like, you know. I still want it to be a sub goal, you know. It's got to be like special, obviously, but I think that 50 subs when the alternative is just watching literally nothing. I don't think that's really fair. I think 20 is. We'll call it a nice even. Well, on my end it says 1935, so we'll do 1955. No problem, Tragic, thank you.
Congratulations, you won.
Unicorn, thanks for the 5 gifted men. Alright, if we get 15 subs, I'll do Titans for a couple of hours, and then we'll get back to practicing this shit.
That's the ticket!
Congratulations, you won.
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
Congratulations,
I guess
you won.
SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
Congratulations, you won.
Gift. I downloaded your mod, by the way. Or I downloaded the costume swaps. The Sandy one I didn't do yet,
SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
but I don't think it's a big deal, because, like, you know, I'm not going to get there, obviously, today.
That's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That does it! SpongeBob is back in the fight! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
Wow, this game sucks.
Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! Oh, that's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That does it! SpongeBob is back in the fight! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
It's so lame.
That's the ticket! That's the ticket! That's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! That's the ticket! Great! it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket! And the robot is down. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Yikes! Look. Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned!
Yeah. Crazy how I didn't know about that for the last 10 years. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you already know the solution. I get it though. I'm the kind of person who likes to eat jalapeno slices just like straight up. I'll pick them off the nachos and eat them as they are. What's up? That's so weird. He's not like. It's so weird. Doesn't mean you're healthy though. I learned that the hard way. I started having all these problems because I ate whatever I wanted despite being skinny. It catches up with you. I've been trying to introduce more foods into my diet. It's difficult because everything fucking sucks. Everything's just terrible for you. Sloppy oils. Like, why is he not grabbing this? Yeah, it's not bad. You always gotta be careful, like, where it's coming from, though. A lot of olive oils, for example, are made like trash. Yeah, avocado oil is like one of the better ones, definitely. I just cook everything with butter. Yeah, beef tallow is good too. Beef tallow, ghee, and butter are like the three good ones. Just gotta make sure the butter doesn't have any fucking slop in it. It's gotta just be pure butter. The slop. Pure slop. I don't think that bacon grease inherently is unhealthy. But like, bacon grease from like processed bacon is probably pretty bad for you. Like, grease from high quality bacon probably isn't bad for you. But if it's like fucking slop, you know, if you got like oils and shit in it, it's probably not good. Dude, practicing the same 2 things over and over again is so fucking brain rot, dude. Egg sandwiches always taste better when you make them yourself. You gotta like, well, I can't stand when people like shit on no-stick pans. Like they just make everything taste better. Like you get such a clean like removal of the eggs when you use a no-stick. Like, I know, like, they say that, like, you're a fucking shitty cook if you use those, but, like, I don't really care. But you gotta, like, drench it in butter, put the egg in, and, like, scramble it with a fork. I actually don't even use a spatula when I do scrambled eggs. I just use a fork. Like, stir the fork, like, flat down. This is Battle for Bikini Bottom. And that's, the movie game was just an asset flip of this. You gotta stir it with a fork, just keep stirring it until it's hard. Until you get them fluffy, and then... I use butter just so it doesn't stick and gives it some nice flavor, but yeah, I don't use oil on my eggs. I don't use oil on anything, actually. Yeah, you came in a bad day if you want to see me actually play the full game. Because, well, actually, this speedrun doesn't even use more than 3 levels, but, like... Yeah, today I'm just practicing. I might play the new SpongeBob game later. And do like no-hit damageless attempts. If people meet the sub goal, it's 15 subs away. At some point, maybe tonight we'll do that. Yeah, Pam is trash. I would never. I use Kerrygold butter, and I use like grass-fed egg. I don't bother with like the organic. I think that organic is kind of a scam. But I do think that the grass-fed eggs, like they have the darker yolk, they taste better. So I do the Kerrygold butter, and I do the grass-fed eggs. And then if you want to put it on like toast, you know, you gotta butter the toast before you toast it. You know, get it a little bit like brown in the center. Now, I don't eat bread anymore, but that's how I used to do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a shame, like, you found this channel at a very strange time. For the majority of this game's history, well, I guess we still get 77 spatulas, but like, it wasn't until a month ago when we discovered a glitch that lets you just destroy the entire game. And we just collect the same 4 spatulas over and over and over again. So that's the speedrun now, but if you want to see the game beaten in 40 minutes, you know, without doing that lame shit on the Xbox version. Yeah, that's on my, that's highlighted on my channel is the 40-minute and 37-second time, but we can beat the game way faster due to a PS2 exclusive glitch, so we do that on a backward compatible PS3, like the early PS3 models. And the game can be beaten in 27 minutes now, but it's like way less interesting. We're gonna go back to doing the Xbox runs, like the more interesting and more skillful runs that actually go into the other levels of the game, like the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard and stuff like that. But yeah, that's gonna be after we fully optimize this run and get it as low as possible, like somewhere in the 26-minute range. Now, unfortunately today I can't actually do speedruns because I brought my PS3 to get cleaned and the guy fucked it up. So the only one that I have to use right now is a PS3 that loses a minute in loading times, so... yeah, it's actually just impossible to get world record on this thing, so I have to just practice today. I can't do runs. I mean, I would mostly agree with you, but this shit's so fucking lame. It is kind of cool that, like, this game now has a hilariously broken any percent run that's just, like, so fucking slop, basically, but I don't know. Runs like this tend to not stick around. They tend to get played for a little bit and then people just forget about them because they suck. Yeah, it's just a brand new category, exactly. Different rules, different leaderboard. Do I? I wouldn't say I have a dream car. I really like my current car, but I kind of like the did anybody else see the concept for the new Viper? That thing's fucking sick. New Viper. Like, who's to say whether they'll actually produce it, but the concept of it is fucking sick. That they bring back the Viper and, like, fucking deck it out for 2026 or whatever. Yeah, that's a fucking cool car. Cybertruck is cool the first, like, 3 times you see it, but every time you see it after that, you're like, it's so fucking ugly. You know what's up? Yeah, the Viper is a fucking sick car. A Lambo for the price of, well, you're gonna get a shitty Lambo for 160k. You want a good Lambo, you gotta spend like fucking 700k or something like that. Used. You're gonna get like a fucking like low-end model. You want to spend like 160k was like would like not even be. You wouldn't even be able to get. Like, I don't even know what kind of a Lamborghini you'd be able to get for 160. I don't even like the way Teslas look either. I'm not an Elon hater necessarily, but like I just think that Teslas are gonna look so old like 10 years from now. Like it's not the anything that tries to look like futuristic or modern always becomes a product of its time. Cyber slop. Yeah, I just don't think those cars look good, man. Like they just don't look good. Like Mustangs always age well. Like Chargers and Challengers age well. Even like some like box sedans look pretty cool. From like, you know, there are still track cars from the 70s that look good. I'm not really a big BMW person, I haven't looked into it. But they're nice cars though. It's like, BMWs are like some of the best cars you can drive, but like, I'm just not really into the body shape. It doesn't do it for me. I like more like aggressive. Like I like aggressive looking cars and like you know, like aerodynamic, like smooth edges, like anything like that. You know, the new Viper concept is like, it's like very aggressive, but it has like smooth like edges, like the driver's areas, like it's hard to explain. It's gonna cost you a fucking fortune though, probably. But it's a sick car. That's a car I would get for fun if I wanted a fucking $100,000 toy. Just get it in black. And I don't usually like black cars. I think that black is just like so overdone. Like everybody has a fucking black car, but a black Viper is like, I don't know, like I don't think I could get a Viper in any other color. It's a fucking cool car. Yeah, I like older like cars that like mimic classics and like older classics and yeah. Like 60s Fords and shit like that. It's a big step up though. Like planes and boats are way more expensive, aren't they? Those are all really nice cars, yeah. The freaky cleaner didn't get back to me today. He might get back to me today, or you know, he didn't get back to me yesterday. See if he gets back to me today. Well, I'm sure you gotta, you know, you gotta pay for the hangar as well. You can't just keep it in your backyard. Yeah, if I had like tens of millions of dollars and nothing else to do with it, I'd probably get a fucking Revolto. Buying a car is such a waste of money though. Like, you gotta really get a good deal to make it worth it. Or you're just pissing money, like you're just bored and you have nothing to buy. It's basically like the target audience who's buying something like that. Fucking freaky cleaner. Yeah, I mean, like, you're spending like $50,000 if something breaks. Like, minimum. The price of like a mid-end car. If one little thing breaks, like, to actually take them apart is like insanely difficult. They're all so low to the ground. Like, if you go over a speed bump, you're gonna like ding the fucking fender or whatever. Like, these cars are just like, they're cool to see, but if you own one, you really just have to, like, it's like a lifestyle. Nah, I'm not like super, I know a little bit about this stuff, but I'm not like super into it. I'm not like a super like active person. Like, I drive my car like once every week and a half because I work from home, obviously, because I'm a streamer. But I don't know. I've driven shit cars, and yeah, once you drive a nice car, it's hard to go back to the fucking slop. Yeah, my last car had 170 or 180,000 miles on it. It was a fucking Ford, and those engines are just not the best, obviously. So it was starting to smell like gas. I had to get rid of it. I drove that thing into the ground. I think I drove it for like 9 years. Something like that. Yeah, that thing fucking sucked. I think that car was like 16 years old. It was sloppy, like there was a big fucking gash on the seat. Like, you were sitting on like fucking like foam because the seat was like ripped up. It had like a fucking busted headlight. Like the plastic around the headlight was fucking busted. Some fucking dude was like fucking high. He like hit me in the parking lot. He like hit the back of my car when I was at a stop sign in a 5-mile limit parking lot. And that car was just fucked up. I'm sure the area around the wheels was rusting, and it wasn't that ugly, but it wasn't a very appealing car. The first car I ever drove was a Mercury, and that thing was fucking ugly as shit. Yeah, that car got totaled. A family member was driving it. Got into an accident in it. So yeah, that car got totaled. Honestly, for the better. Because it was so ugly. But when they towed the car, they didn't check the fucking you know, console or anything like that. And my sunglasses were in there, so I lost like an expensive pair of sunglasses that, like, at the age of 19 or whatever. And I've been in a few accidents that were my fault, that were other people's fault, you know, like. But yeah, I'd never been in like a really bad one, knock on wood. But yeah, that car got totaled. I wasn't even in the car. I wasn't even like, I didn't even know that my car was you know, like I probably knew that like it was being borrowed, but like I didn't even. I wasn't around. I just got a text that like my car was totaled, and I'm like, oh. Well, that's fucking bullshit, because I wasn't even driving it, but, I mean, obviously, I wasn't the one who paid for it, because it wasn't my car. Like, it wasn't my accident, you know? It didn't cost me anything, but... yeah, it's still, like, annoying. Yeah, I've had that happen before. So I don't even think that my first crash was in my own car. I was driving somebody else's car, which is kind of interesting that, like, you're just so much more likely to have an accident, I think, if you're driving a car that's not your own. But yeah, that was a fender bender, though. That was in a parking lot. Like, the guy in front of me, like, stopped. He, like, stopped, like, he like, started driving onto the road. And, he, like, stopped abruptly, I think, and I just drove into his back. And that was... that was when I was, like, 19 years old. No, I was 18 years old. I was really young. And, yeah, I drove somebody else's car into another person's, like, somebody else's car. And, like, neither of the people who owned the car, like, I didn't own the car that I was driving, and the other guy didn't own the car he was driving. We were both, like, assisting people who didn't have their cars with them, and I rammed into the back of the car. So, yeah, that was pretty terrible. Yeah, I don't drive much. I like to think that I wouldn't have gotten into many more accidents. Like, my entire time in school, I never got into an accident, so... Actually, that's not true. I got into one accident when I was in school. But that was fucking bullshit, dude. Like... My school, like, sent us home early. Like, they ended class early. Because of snow. And they didn't salt the fucking roads before they sent us, like they closed the school. Like they ended class, but they didn't salt the roads. So like it was basically just a death trap. I probably wasn't even the only person who like had an accident that day, but yeah, I should have fucking sued them. This is bullshit. And yeah, it wasn't a bad accident. I slipped on the ice. My car slipped on the ice, and I graced the corner of the person's bumper. And like obviously, well, first off, they wanted $500 for it, which is obviously bullshit. Like, a bumper of an SUV does not cost $500. Like, fuck off. But I wasn't gonna argue with them because they weren't gonna go through insurance. So that would have been fucking bullshit if this fucking school I was at, you know, basically forced everybody to leave the campus and didn't salt the roads before they made the announcement. So everybody was just slipping on ice. So I would have been so mad if I got points on my license or my insurance went up because of some bullshit like that. Especially because I literally graced the corner of the person's bumper. The bumper popped in. And I was driving really fucking slow too. Like that road was very slippery. So fucking annoying. Whenever I think about that, it just makes me mad, dude. Like, if they just put a little bit of salt on that road before they told everybody on the campus to leave. But no, of course they couldn't even do that. But yeah, that person ripped me off. They wanted $500 to fix their bumper, which is just bullshit. $500 in 2019, yeah, okay. Fuck off. There's no way your bumper costs that much in this fucking shitty, fucking Subaru or whatever the fuck you're driving. Barely hit the person. The plastic on my headlight shattered against this person's the corner of the bumper, and it got slightly pushed in. They're like, oh yeah, I don't know, $500. Okay, fucking asshole. No, I was a senior. I was great, this has to happen 3 months before I graduate. Fuck off. Yeah, thankfully there was no fucking bullshit that came with it outside of just giving somebody $500. That was basically just one media share stream. So I'm alright, that set me back a playthrough of The Dutchman or some bullshit. It was just stupid. It was all just stupid. Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of money for a 22-year-old, but $500 is still a pain in the ass back then, for sure. Yeah, movie was very taboo at the time. We played it once every 4 years or something. Sometimes though, if the alternative is going through insurance, I'll just give you the $500, just shut the fuck up. You know? If it's gonna cost me an extra few $100 just to get you to not talk, fine. I don't want to deal with the fucking bullshit. This game is so fucking annoying. No runs today. Hopefully we can get back to them soon. I still haven't shipped the PS3. This thing better ship today, dude. It's been 2 days, I haven't fucking shipped it. By the way, I know I said that I was going to be on earlier today, but I had Christmas shopping and stuff to do, unfortunately. Just trying to get that stuff done now while I can't do runs. I think that makes the most sense. I'm just concerned with getting my PS3 on time, man. We gotta get back in the game. I always forget that you can pause the game while you're dead. On the PS2 version you can do that. That's so weird. I appreciate it. I'm probably gonna get off soon, because like I just don't really have anything to do. Like, there's nothing to practice. So I might just get off soon and try to be here earlier tomorrow. Granted, I don't have anything come up, like, you know, I had things come up for like holiday shit, like having to like buy like, you know, Christmas gifts and stuff. No, we're on PS2 now, PS3, but yeah, I can't do anything until I can't do runs until I have my PlayStation back, the fast one.
To him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that one. That's the ticket! Oh, and the robot is down! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Yikes! SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned!
No, I can't.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize
So they're two different runs, right?
Brain? Or will SpongeBob go
They're
home
two different
defeated
runs.
and dejected? Stay tuned.
I'm working on this run right now. I'm not gonna just jump back and forth between the two runs when they're entirely different. So I need to finish what I'm doing with this before we do that. I can't finish what I'm doing with this until I get this run. I can't do runs until I have a PlayStation 3 that doesn't have slow loads. So we're just stuck doing nothing right now, basically. All I can do is practice, that's it. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! Suck it to him, SpongeBob! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. 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 Suck it to him, SpongeBob! Yep.
That's the ticket.
It's pretty fucking awesome, isn't it?
Suck it to him, SpongeBob. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
Yeah, the guy fucked it up. So I ordered a new one. I'm just gonna like, as long as the other one's in working condition, like it turns on and it plays games, I'm just gonna return it and get my money back for it.
Suck it to him, SpongeBob.
We'll just do the runs on the
The
new one.
robot's made himself dizzy. That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight.
What I should have done in the first place.
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
I should have just ordered a new one that was refurbished and had like pictures of the whole thing disassembled.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob
And then after
go
getting
home
that, just
defeated and
return this
dejected?
one.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. Thanks, I appreciate it. Hopefully the PS3 will be back soon so I can stream longer and actually do runs. I'm just trying to get my bullshit done in the meantime. Like, kind of like pit stop my physical health and get Christmas stuff taken care of, and so like when I actually get the PS3 back, we can actually put time into it, not get distracted and stuff.
Suck it to him, SpongeBob. Oh, I can't. That's the ticket. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. SpongeBob has an opening, but will he get the drop on the robot? That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight. That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight. That does it. SpongeBob. Suck it to him, SpongeBob. And the robot is down. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Yikes! Looks like SpongeBob's in for a rough ride. That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight. Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain?
I guess.
Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected?
I mean, they're
Stay
both
tuned.
awful for different reasons. At least the Xbox one's more entertaining to the viewers. It feels more fulfilling to actually play it. But they both make me feel terrible, so... yeah, I don't know.
the ticket? I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Suck it to him, SpongeBob! Oh, and the robot is down! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Yikes! Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned! SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned!
Now I'm worried this fucking clown isn't gonna send me the PS3 that I bought to replace this one. Just don't really know what to do. He's gonna send it today. Good. So they'll probably be here like Friday the latest, hopefully. Dealing with a bunch of fucking clowns, man. I'm dealing with a bunch of fucking clowns. It's a lot of sloppy practice, that's basically it.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned!
All I can do is practice today, but the guy said the PlayStation 3 is shipping. He's shipping it out today.
Will SpongeBob be able to
Good chance
the
that
giant robot's brain?
the freaky
Or will
cleaner gives me
SpongeBob
back
go
my
home
other one
defeated and
today.
dejected? Stay tuned!
So maybe we can at least like do runs. I don't really know. If I turn it on and it smells like glue, then I'm not fucking playing on it though. If I smell the freaky glue, I'm not gonna be doing runs on it.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned! SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned! SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated? Will SpongeBob be able able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned. SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned.
Yikes, dude.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned.
Twice, yeah. I was the first person to show a SpongeBob game in Games Done Quick. And while that might not sound like a big deal now, it was a big deal back then because they were very against showing SpongeBob games before I got one in. Now they take them like every year, but I was the first. I like broke the taboo or whatever. Yeah, I mean I made a compelling argument, that's for sure.
Will SpongeBob be able
This
to
is one of the biggest
neutralize the
games
giant
the year that I
robot's
started
brain?
playing it.
Or will SpongeBob go home defeated
There's
and
a
dejected? Stay tuned.
massive influence on the popularity of the game. So, I left them no choice, more or less. If they didn't show this game the year that I made it popular, they would have just been trolling at that point. I mean, they infamously said that, like, SpongeBob and speedrunning doesn't really mix well. That was their fear. And then, within the next couple of years, they announced they're remaking it because speedrunning made it popular. So, one of the worst age statements of all time. But, you know, people make mistakes.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant
I think they did
robot's
movie
brain?
once. I think they did it like last
SpongeBob
year.
go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned.
They've taken all the SpongeBob games at this point except for Rehydrated. Rehydrated kind of got fucked over because, like, it was I think the reason why Rehydrated never got into GDQ is because of me, actually. And I'll explain that. So, like, you remember the ban that happened in 2019? Like, the controversial, like, GDQ decision to ban me? And they, like, blacklisted my name from the chat, and they, like, didn't want anybody talking about SpongeBob. Rehydrated came out during that period, so I think they just didn't want to have anything to do with Rehydrated. Because that people would have just been asking about, like, where's SHiFT? Like, free SHiFT? Why isn't he in the event? So, Rehydrated probably never got a chance because I was banned for the year that it came out. Yeah, one of the fucking orbiters who obsess over me reported me. They mass reported a clip and they sent it to GDQ, like something I said a year prior. Which I had already been punished for, by the way. And people realized, like, they recognized that the clip was taken completely out of context, too. Like, that person was harassing me. And, like, the word that I used to respond to him was obviously inappropriate, but to say that I was, like, removed from the event on a zero-tolerance harassment policy when I was the one who was being harassed is, like, it's just stupid, like, you know? And everybody else realized that, too. The entire internet was very angry about that shit. So they probably didn't want to, like, you know, have SpongeBob in the event so soon because they were still getting a lot of shit for what they did to me. And I get it, but yeah, Rehydrated never got a chance to be in the marathon, unfortunately. But you know what, it doesn't really matter, because, like, GDQ is just not really the Super Bowl. Wow, that's crazy. The GDQ is not really the Super Bowl that it used to be in terms of popularity and cultural relevance on this website or the internet in general. They're kind of just like lolcows, honestly. Like, people don't really respect them anymore. For one reason or another. Like, I really don't. I don't have any, you know, negative feelings or opinions toward them personally, but that's just kind of the way it is. Like, people don't really care about GDQ like that anymore. It has its audience that cares, but it's certainly not, like, it's not treated like the Olympics anymore on this website, basically, where everybody tunes in. Everybody watches the whole week to see all the games. You know, like, clearly, like, they have a lot of biases for, like, selection based on, like, political alignment and, like, you know, orientation and stuff like that. They tend to pick games that have never been played, regardless of how good they are, just to get, like, more, like, inclusivity and equity in. Which is their prerogative. They can do whatever they want. But that's just simply an observation that they don't really care as much about the schedule as they used to. They still take some good runs, obviously, but I mean, don't shoot the messenger is what I'm saying. Me personally, I think it's just a charity event. They should be able to do what they want as long as it's raising money for charity. If they keep a good image, they can continue raising money from the corporations who donate for their tax write-offs or whatever their reasoning is. Like, I personally don't have an issue with it, but these are some of the concerns people have raised publicly about Games Done Quick and the way they currently select their games and pander to certain, like, demographics and stuff. So, yeah, whatever. I just want to play games, but I get that people have an issue with how they run the event these days. At the end of the day, it's a charity event that's raising money. Exactly. That's, at its core, that's what it is. People can think what they want, but yeah, I'm not offended by my game not getting into Games Done Quick, especially when I'm running the same run for the last 10 years, and it's been in twice by the same person, you know, it's like, I get it. Do I think the solution is, like, not having me submit it? No. Like, obviously I'm the most qualified person to show the game. Like, I should be the one showing it. Whenever they want to show it again, I'll be happy to show it. But I'm not losing sleep over not getting in, you know. I'm at least happy that I was able to do the run during a time when speedrunning was as popular as it was, and we were, like, revered as we were for doing this shit. When the chat was still open without the sub-only stuff and, like, the banned words and emotes and stuff, like, I'm glad that I was able to do Games Done Quick during a time when the internet was still normal. So, I'm always grateful for that. Had I gotten it in a year later, the story wouldn't have been exactly the same. That, like, GDQ 2017 was like the last GDQ that was like normal, basically. After that, they started doing like lockdowns on like the chat and stuff. You know, a bunch of weird bans and shit. So I'm happy that we were able to do it at a time when it was like, yeah. Obviously Xbox side, this shit, dude, like this is like literally, like, I'm not even joking, man. Like, this is just something that needs to be said and acknowledged. If I submitted the PS2 run and only the PS2 run, it would just be in the bad games block. This is a bad games block speedrun. This is not. It's a great game, but it's a terrible speedrun. This PS3 shit. It's fucking terrible. This is a bad games block game. That's where it would belong, honestly. In the bad games block. So it's not like it's ace or anything like crazy, or, like, it's just fucking pause storage. It's lame as fuck, dude. This is a bad games block game. The main speedrun is deserving of prime time space, but this shit is just fucking awful. It is a very polarizing game with its two different any percent categories. Now, I do think that there's some cool stuff in this run, but if it were like 9 minutes, if it were like even like 16 minutes instead of 26 minutes, like, it's just too long. It's just such a long run for what you're doing. You do, like, literally there is a 20-minute split where you do nothing. And like, like, what do you talk about during that time? It's just terrible. Like, I would submit it as an option. Like, I always have like 100% as an option if they want to take it. But like, the main run that I would want to do, obviously, is the Xbox run for sure. Without a doubt. Now, that'd be really interesting if the speedrun is optimal on PAL PS3. That like, what would you even like? I gotta make a comparison video when I get like a solid run on that, if that's the case. Like have a side-by-side comparison of like the fastest run done on NTSC Xbox versus PAL PS3. Somewhere in the 26s, I think, is the limit for now. We've been doing a lot of experimenting with other routes, and we haven't really found anything good yet. But yeah, PAL might be fast. If the loads are exactly the same, by chance, then PAL's faster, because vertex jumping is way more consistent on it. And like, certain clips are probably more consistent too. So we'd be able to do the brain in a way that saves like 10 seconds or something. So yeah, I don't know, like, 25 maybe is possible, who really knows, but we'll see how far we can push it, and then we'll decide what we're doing next.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned!
Yeah, don't buy a PS2. I mean, like, PS2 is already obsolete. Like, it's Xbox and catchy PS3. That's it. Xbox with the Seagate hard disk and PS3 with catchy. As of right now, catch C might be faster, but we need to test it. Yeah, PS3 is not solved yet. I would not spend money on a backward compatible PS3 until we know what, like, exactly what the fastest model is. I wouldn't do that. And I would actually not even waste money on it anyway, because this shit's fucking lame. But yeah, if you're gonna play battle, you should just get an Xbox. Like, don't fuck with this. It's stupid. Like, I promise you it is, like, stupid. So I'm gonna try to kill the category.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant
what I'm kind of
robot's
thinking right now
brain?
is like,
Or will SpongeBob go home
we're gonna try to
defeated
bring it
and
as low as
dejected?
possible.
Stay tuned.
And keep an eye on it to see if any like new routing ideas come up. Maybe we'll go back to it again soon once we stop for a bit. And once I feel like it's like dead, like nobody's working on it, nobody cares about it, nothing's happening with it, then we'll probably just continue to fight for sub 40. You got an Xbox the day it was found. Bummer. Well, I mean, it's not changing. Like, we're not... Like, the leaderboards have 2 separate categories, so... Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. You got it. You stayed home from school just to play it, and then... Game over when you woke up. The most game-breaking exploit in the history of the game was found.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant
Like, this is
robot's
basically
brain?
like this
Or
community's
will SpongeBob
current
go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned.
operative ace category, right? Like, it's functioning as an ace category where, like, it exists and you have to... The leaderboard has to acknowledge and show it, but we're not obligated. Like, we're obligated to show it, but it's not the run that people want to do. And I think we lucked out that it's not possible on Xbox as far as we can tell. It's probably never going to happen on Xbox. So we can always just call it the Xbox run. And it'll always be any percent. But it's any percent on a version of the game that's not dog shit. It's any percent Xbox, and that's that.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated
What?
and dejected? Stay tuned.
The autosave message? You mean the save game raft? Or are you talking about the thing that tells you that the save was interrupted? Well, you can't interrupt it because, you know, unless you want to like rip the hard drive out of the Xbox, which would probably power it down. Or start a fire, which that would clearly be hardware manipulation if you did that. And even if you did that, I don't think the prompt exists on Xbox that forces you to press a button to skip it, because like, why would it? There's no memory card. There wouldn't be a prompt. The game might even just crash if you do that. Even on the GameCube version that has memory cards, if you pull the memory card out, the prompt doesn't give you something to press a button on. Remember that, like you have memory cards on the GameCube as well, but pause storage doesn't work on it. So it's not just a memory card thing. But the fact that like Xbox has no memory card functionality for this game, like it literally just doesn't read memory cards. It only reads the hard disk. And the fact that even if it did read the hard disk, I'm sure that the message that you have to accept the prompt for when the save is interrupted, like I'm sure that doesn't exist on there anyway, like the GameCube version doesn't have it either. So it's just not gonna happen. Like, it is extremely unlikely that pause storage happens on Xbox. It's literally just a PS2 thing, and the PS2 version is like a beta version, basically. Like, it's not even like a finished game in some aspects. Like, the fact that you can like pause the game while you're dead, and it's patched in every other version of the game, or both other versions. Like the disc eject shit is obviously stupid. That's just PS2 stuff though, that's just how the PS2 works. Like, it doesn't know when the game gets ejected. Movie storage is way more simple than this. And it's also way more broken. Movie pause storage is way less complicated and you can just warp straight to the end of the game. The only issue with that, though, is that you don't have the guitar, so you can't beat Neptune without it. So that's the problem with movie pause storage. But you only need 40 tokens to get the guitar, so you need like half the number of tokens. And by the way, the fact that this run is only 6 minutes longer on PlayStation 3, like if it were on Xbox, it'd probably be around the same speed as movie. Even with pause storage, the objectives in that game still take twice the amount of time it takes to get them in this game, which is kind of funny if you look at it that way. Like, I estimate that like this run would be like 21 minutes long on Xbox hard disk. So it really would just be like around the same speed, but we're getting 77 spatulas instead of 41. Which is like funny. Like movie is just a very slow game. But yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, like, if this was gonna happen, there might not have been a better time for it to happen for me personally. Because my fucking finger that I cruise boost on has been, like, bruised for, like, a long fucking time. And I haven't cruise boosted in almost a month, so... Or at least, like, you know, like, I haven't, like, practiced cruise. I've done it on here for fun, just to keep myself from going insane, but, like... Finger's healing, so... Like, I needed, like, a physical break from playing. Because it was just so hard on my hands. But yeah, like, it's any percent, and then the different versions have different routes. Like, that's just basically how this game is now. The any percent run has a different route depending on which console you're using, and they're both valid categories. That's kind of like the way that we're looking at it now. Yeah, it's helping my hands, because this run, you don't do anything the whole time.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant
I mean, there's like basically no tech skill. I'm just using a random PS3 controller I got from the console that I purchased. Like, it's seriously like... it's like, you know... Doesn't matter. It's not a hard run. We're already at the point where we're trying to, like, save seconds and get a perfect run, basically. Like, it's just optimized very quickly because of how easy it is. Like, I could see myself improving this by, like, 20 seconds, I think.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned!
I guess so. I mean, nothing's really changed. It sucks that this is real, but you know, at the end of the day, it is real. I just like movie is just so fucking boring, dude. Like, I understand that like people like like see it as like a palate cleanser. But that game has just always been so boring as a speedrun. The only reason why anybody's playing it is because it got a new skip, and then it'll be dead for like 2 years when they get tired of it in like a month or so. That game is always dead. It never gets any attention unless somebody finds a trick in it. Because it's just not fun to play. It's just a really boring game. That's always been the problem that game has had. Like, very few people ever play it consistently. Because it's just so boring. It always needs like a new trick to get people to play it. Whereas in this game, when a new trick is found, like if this trick didn't get found, we'd be better off, honestly. But people just forget about it. Whenever a new trick gets found in this game, it's always something that's like way too difficult for the average person to do. It's always like a top 99 percentile strategy that you do if you're like an expert at the game. So like it doesn't affect anybody except for the best players. That's like usually what gets found in this game. This is obviously weird. But yeah. If pause storage never got found, I think we're better off knowing it exists, but if it never got found, it would still be there, you know, but if it didn't exist, we'd be better off, so I agree. And this is just stupid, but the fact of the matter is, like, this existed long before we started speedrunning this game. This glitch has existed in this game for 22 years. So, what's the point in being upset about it? It's just part of the game. It's always been there. And now we know about it. That's the only difference, is that we know about it now.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned!
Yeah, shoutouts to the server for fucking finding all the glitches that we patched. Thanks, guys. So fucking funny, dude. Yeah, the SpongeBob movie game doesn't have a single good category. I maintain that. There's no category in that game that is worth running. None of them. 100% is just the biggest slog of slop that I've ever seen in my entire life. If you're running without Mindy Skip, you're actually just trolling. There shouldn't even be a category for that, honestly. And of course, you know, any percent's just fucking this slop.
SpongeBob be able to
and then running without pause storage is still a very slow and mid game. Like, I would understand if, like, there was one good category, but there just isn't. It's just an extremely below average speedrun. If you want to speedrun a SpongeBob game that's, like, somewhat interesting, like, there are games out there. I haven't seen the Titans run. I haven't seen how it's developed, but I do know that Patrick Star is a good one. It's decent, and Rehydrated is good as well. They're both good runs. So yeah, the only SpongeBob games I would ever, as far as I've seen, that I would ever speedrun seriously are obviously this, because this is one of the best speedruns of all time. Not pause storage, obviously, but like we're forced to acknowledge this exists, but everything else in the game is good. And then of course Rehydrated is solid, and then Patrick Star is actually kind of cool as well.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize
yeah, they just hover straight to the end. Yeah, I already suspected that would happen.
SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I saw the hovering to the end of a level in that, and I'm like, oh. So it's just Galaxy now. I just hate hovering in these games. Like, I like it in this game because there are limitations. Like, it's like hovering in this game is very slow, and a lot of the time you can only use it in like one set direction in very limited areas. And if you do use it in other places, like it's slow, you know. So there's not a big incentive to actually use it. But yeah, I just think that like hovering exploits are just usually really lame. I think it's okay in Rehydrated because it actually requires tech skill to keep it going, but yeah, the pause unpause stuff is pretty AIDS. Okay, I see. You still have way more options to do it though. There are way more places where you can do it. Yeah, that's another thing I really don't like about these new SpongeBob games, and like the controller binding controversy that comes with every single one of them. Every time Purple Lamp releases a game and people speedrun it, there's always controversy over controller binding. I'm so tired of that, dude.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant
There's always some
robot's
controversy
brain?
around some like
Will SpongeBob go
weird
home?
key mapping and shit to like just make the game faster by just like fucking with the controls and stuff. Yeah, it sucks. I'll do no hits of it because like it's just content. But yeah, I don't really have any interest in speedrunning the
I
game.
guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. That's the ticket. And the robot is down. I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Do-si-do,
And it's worth
around you
saying that
go.
like I really don't like this speedrun.
That does it. SpongeBob is back in the fight.
This is probably the worst speedrun I've ever fucking done. Like, it's worse than Cosmic Shake. Cosmic Shake is a way better speedrun than PS3 any
Will
percent.
SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain?
I care about the
Or
game,
will
so
SpongeBob go home
I think it's
defeated and dejected?
important to
Stay tuned.
optimize it. I wouldn't do this for any other game. Any other game I would just be like, yeah, you guys have fun with that, I'm not gonna do that. Only for this game would I force feed the slop down my throat. Yeah, I guess it is worth saying though, like, it is kind of neat, like, having an optimized, like a somewhat optimized route for people to look at and like just see it once and know that's it's a thing, I guess. I think it would reflect poorly on us if we just ignored it. If we just banned it and ignored it. I think that would reflect poorly. I would feel guilty doing that as well.
Will SpongeBob be
I
able
actually
to
got the
neutralize
SpongeBob
giant
Xbox
robot's
controller as a
brain?
gift from someone.
Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned.
My dad got it for me. I thought that was cute. I just keep it in the box as a collector's item. I get a lot of SpongeBob stuff from like relatives and shit, family. I like getting SpongeBob stuff though, because it's stuff that I can put on my stream. I could like show it to people, put it in the background. Like eventually I'm gonna move my setup and like redo my whole area. I got a bunch of like little like collectibles I can show. it's relevant to the streams and shit.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain?
Yeah, I get that. I just feel like every game has like tech, like out of bounds shit. It's really gotta have the it factor. Like something wacky. Like I really like the flying box in Patrick Star. That was pretty fun. But yeah, I do think that Cosmic Shake or Titans of the Tides movement is really fun. I really enjoy that movement casually.
SpongeBob be able to
If they can get that run down to like 25
brain?
minutes,
Or will SpongeBob go home
maybe I'd
defeated
consider
and
it someday.
dejected? Stay tuned. SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned.
I've actually given serious thought to doing a Harry Potter speedrun at some point over the next like couple of years maybe. I like that community a lot. I'd like to join them at some point for like even a little bit when things calm down here. Festus, thanks for the 66 months. We have a lot of shit to do though. We have like so much shit to do with this game. Because now it's like, I don't know. Like now we have like 2 any percent categories, which is like fucking a lot. I think there's plenty of time to do stuff like that in the future though. Like there'll probably be a day when like those games are not being played as much, and that'd probably be a better time for me to like throw my hat in the ring to like help keep them alive. Because I can't really see myself not being around speedrunning ever. I'm probably always going to be around it. Xbox runs, yeah, I don't know. We still have to test the refurbished PS3 and the PAL European PS3 and see how they can go, how far they can go. Like, hopefully the refurbished one will be the same as the non-refurbished, like in terms of loading times. Yeah, no, that's something I'm very familiar with. I've been following their games. I'm sure you know who Flo is. He's the guy right now. He's the guy for those games. I've been following those games since like years before Flo was even running them, and I've witnessed the whole thing. Yeah, the J.K. Rowling like unhinged tweets and shit.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain?
Yeah, that's the big reason why. Cause like GDQ is like very like pro-trans and stuff like that. So like, because the fucking person who wrote the books that the movies are based on, and then the books, the games came out to coincide with the movies that the books are based on. Yeah, they don't like they like I don't think it's necessarily because they're mad at J.K. Rowling or like Harry Potter. I think it's just a smart decision to not show something that's like people are gonna be like talking about politics in the chat. Like, cause like think about what happens, right? Like Harry Potter shows up on the stream and he starts fucking casting like abracadabra and shit. Like people are in the chat saying like, isn't this the fucking like fascist book? Like, you know, like those conversations are gonna be happening like the whole time. And it's not fair to the runners. The runners are just gonna be like people are gonna be in the chat like talking shit. I know how it feels because I did Games Done Quick a few years ago, and I mentioned during the run that like the developers of this game worked overtime to perfect it because they just loved it so much. They were like they just did it because they wanted to, and the whole chat erupted with like, this is why we need unionization in game development and overworking and the bourgeoisie. Like, I can't even fucking like compliment the developers, some of which I've actually interacted with personally. Because it's just all political. They're all just fucking political addicts watching video games. Like, you know, these are the kinds of people like in their audience who are just like scrutinizing your game, not for the gameplay, but for like your wrong speak while you're fucking playing it. Which is like, that's no fault of like GDQ, I don't think, but like that's the audience that has been attracted to them, so they have to just be like, yeah, I do think that showing Potter in GDQ is a bad idea because like it's not gonna be fair to the runners. Like, I don't give a fuck about the fucking stream monsters, but like, I don't know, they deserve to show their game in an event that people are gonna actually talk about the run and appreciate it. Well, they're not going to allow a recession to happen next year because it's an election year. But, you know, maybe 2027 is going to be bad, though. Who knows? I don't know. We're getting a new Fed chair, right? New Fed chair. Quantitative easing. You know. There's that, like, event that Trump is doing for the 250 or whatever that, like, might bring in some revenue. Who fucking knows? I don't fucking know, dude. Aren't we supposed to have the Olympics in LA in like 2028 or some shit? I don't know, dude. Yeah, but like the stock market, like if you're smart, if you know how to use it, if they start printing money and you're in the right assets and you sell at the right time and you buy the right assets right when you sell, you might save yourself. But yeah, we're fucked, basically, yeah. We're fucked. It's because, like, I seriously, look, not to get political, but, like, it's on us, dude. Like, a lot of us aren't having kids because we can't afford it, which sucks, but, like, I think a lot of people just don't, like, they don't care. I think a lot of people just don't lock in. Like, we all have to lock in, exactly. We're all guilty of it, man. Like, we're all just, like, I've been complacent in making money on stocks and shit over the last couple of years. Like, I'm providing entertainment, I guess, but like, you know. It's crazy. Tough problem to solve. Nobody wants to work for all these fucking shitty companies, man. Everybody wants to work for themselves. Everybody wants to be like a YouTube star or like a like you know, work for hire. Nobody wants to work for these fucking companies, man. Like, and who can blame them? And then for those who do want to work, they're just getting replaced by AI. So it's a bad situation. Do people really still see college as a necessity in 2025? Like, come on. Like, this is people were saying 10 years ago when I was in high school. There's no way that people are still thinking that shit in 2025, like, you gotta go to college. No, we don't fucking think that shit. Absolutely not. Millennials know that shit's bullshit. We all know that's bullshit. Even Gen Z. Gen Z knows it's bullshit too. I think that Gen Alpha's fucking fed up with like what they were left with. It's like, what did you guys do? Why'd you take out so many loans to learn about gender studies? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Why are there no plumbers? Why are there no welders? Like, what'd you do? And we're like, well, like, we didn't have a fucking choice either, man. Like, we were led down this fucking path by our boomer parents who have no idea how the world works because their parents did everything for them. So, like, what the fuck, man? We're cooked. We're cooked. Like, we were a generation that was raised by boomers and Gen X, and like, they are two of the most entitled generations in the history of our country. Like, if you try to talk to a boomer about how like even adjusted for inflation, like the cost of living today requires us to be so much more intelligent and hardworking than somebody who lived in this country 30 years ago. They don't even understand what you're trying to say to them. Like, they're like, they just don't get it. It's crazy. It's like they can't even, like, admit it. I will say, though, that it makes sense when you consider that, like, the country, obviously GDP is not the only measurement of wealth in a country, but this country produces a lot of fucking wealth for very few people, right? So basically owning a house as a boomer that went up like 500% over the course of 20 or so years, you were investing in something that became a machine for just moving capital. Like, you bought a piece of a country that is responsible for the majority of the global economy. So you can just be mad about it because, like, again, like, a lot of investing, a lot of people in investing are just like, sometimes the dumb people just win, dude. The people who bought Bitcoin before the first major cycle, you think those people knew what they were fucking buying? Of course, like 99% of them had no fucking idea, but they're still rich. So that's the kind of the way that I look at the boomers, is like, they bought into something, they bought a piece of something that turned out to be a massive influence on the global economy. And yeah, it's like the people who weren't alive to buy those things are getting squeezed, but those who own a piece of it, you know, it's like buying into a company. It's like buying into Nvidia before it went to the moon, basically. And like, yeah, it's like the same thing as saying like, well, like, you had it so easy buying Nvidia when it was at like $30 or whatever the fuck I bought it at. Like, it's like, I don't know, man, like, it's just, shit just happens. But you gotta at least acknowledge that, like, you know, new challenges and shit for every generation, I guess. But yeah, I'm not bitter about it, but like, I just like people, I like being treated with respect. I like people who can have a conversation about stuff like that and not get offended when I say, like, yeah, like, you guys had it easier than the average person today. Like, to actually live comfortably now, you have to sell your soul, basically. Just sell your entire life. Like, I can't complain because I have the option to fucking... There are so many times over the course of my career where I could have pivoted and done, like, IRL, or variety, or reaction, or, like, softcore political grifting on here, and made bank off of just saying the thing that I'm supposed to say. I could have done that a million times, but I just chose not to. So, like, really, if you want to put aside all the fucking, like, sentimental shit, like, oh, it's my game, and the whole reason why I started playing in the first place is to help the game. If you put all that aside and you look at it on paper, if you look at the balance sheet, it's like, yeah, you fumbled the bag, not selling out. Could have done that a million times. So, like, can I sit here and complain about it? No, but at the same time, I also expect that, like, I'm talking to somebody who bought their house for 100 grand, and it's like a 4-bed, 2-bath. Don't tell me that we have it easy these days because we have Google. Okay?
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's brain? Or will SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected? Stay tuned!
Yeah, we might not be here in 50 years, or we'll just be a third world country. Like, it just could be too late, I don't know. Whatever. Guess we'll see what happens. I don't know, I noticed an attitude just living here that, like, any kind of hard work is, like, frowned upon.
Money.
Like, putting time into something and, like, being a master at something is just, like, seen as, like, weird because nobody else wants to do it. So, like, yeah, it could be laziness, it could be greed, it could be a lot of different things together. I don't know, man. Thanks for 200. Yeah.
Will SpongeBob be able to neutralize the giant robot's
Yeah, people will
brain?
never learn,
Or will
though.
SpongeBob go home defeated and dejected?
Do we really know
Stay
exactly
tuned.
why this happened? It's a series of bad decisions, man. Me personally, I think it was 9/11. I think that 9/11 started the downward spiral. Or just the fact that, like, it was a matter of time before adversarial countries started to build up again and challenge us. And we probably went too long without that challenge and people got complacent. You want to look at it as like a macro, historical macro thing. I think those are some major factors. Because, like, the time between the Berlin Wall falling and 9/11, if you were a teenager or an adult during that time, like, I mean, we're talking like Shangri-La, dude. Like, there was no better time to be alive in human history than the 90s. Just period. It's just like,
Will SpongeBob be
I just
able
wish
to
I'd been born
neutralize the
5
giant
years earlier
robot's brain?
sometimes.
Or will SpongeBob go home
But
defeated
I guess
and
the way that I
dejected?
turned out,
Stay tuned.
if I had been 24 when I first started streaming instead of 19, my personal experience, like, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, I think that my life's turned out fine so far. I'm happy with my life, but in terms of, like, my private life, I feel like things would be better if I had a 5-year head start and got to experience the 90s as a kid and, like, you know, like, play a lot of these games with a more developed brain. Would have been nice. I feel like I didn't get to fully appreciate how good things were. I don't think so, no. I don't know, I'm not that pessimistic. People say that the dating market is terrible, that, like, women suck or, like, men suck. I haven't personally had that experience, so I've seen people get treated like shit, but you never really see the other side of the story. I don't know, I've never really had, like, overly bad experiences with women, so people want to blame that on the reason why people aren't having kids or why people are broke or whatever, but maybe I just have the privilege of not, you know, I'm a decently attractive guy. I acknowledge that's like part of it. Like I have more options than the average person, but yeah, perhaps it's an issue, but I just haven't really dealt with that. No overly bad experiences in that department, but that's one of the things that people point to, is that dating is terrible right now too. Like nobody wants to get married because everybody's afraid of getting their life savings cut in half, and you know, people can't afford to have kids anyway. I'm not even looking at the screen. I think I have to fucking shit, dude. I have to fucking take a giant shit. Or just drinking in general, dude. There are entire groups of friends who only stick together because, like they're just funny when they're drunk type of deal. It's like, oh, this person's so funny when they have a couple of drinks, and like we play the same video games. Like we're cooked. We're cooked. There are men who feel this way. There are men who base their friendships around who's fun to go out to the bar with. And yeah, I am judging you. Like you should surround yourself with people who make you a better person, not people who drag everybody in the group down. But, you know, everybody's just afraid of everybody's afraid of confrontation and loneliness these days. So we're all just sinking together. And if you're like the one person who has standards for yourself and people who you're surrounded by, then you're just like evil or just a terrible person for it. Like everybody's afraid of cutting ties with people who are bad for them. Everybody's afraid of being lonely. Nobody has any sense of self-worth in themselves. They're always afraid they're going to end up lonely if they cut out the things in their life that are just bad for them. So they just accept comfort. And you don't think that that mindset impacts how you do your job, or how you create your business, or how you wake up in the morning and feel about yourself? Like clearly it's a bigger, deeper issue than just like the boomers. But at the same time, I just wish they were more empathetic to our situation, because we have just a lot of shit options right now for everything, dude. Like the average person just feels more and more useless every single day. It's actually depressing to look at. It wasn't like this 10 years ago, man. I really feel like people had their shit together better 10 years ago. That was kind of tight. I kind of like that. Yeah, existentialism, like, from a cosmic perspective, it is funny. It is pretty funny from a cosmic perspective, but, like, that's actually a SpongeBob quote. That's one of the funniest quotes from SpongeBob. Everything is going wrong, and he's like, do you think this is funny? Just having no idea what specifically he's talking about. And he's just like, in a cosmic sort of way, yes. And then he just disregards that comment. Dude, I have a stomach ache, man. I think I have to really poop. I really think I have to fucking poop. I should probably just end stream anyway. It's getting late. I just love it because he's clearly, like, talking to himself. It's almost like a fourth wall break too. Like he's acknowledging that the audience finds it funny. Like we are the cosmic observers to the SpongeBob world. Oh my god. Alright, this is like, I have to fucking poop, dude. Like, it's bad. So, I don't know. I'm gonna go take a shit. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully the freaky cleaner gets back tomorrow with my PlayStation. Ugh. But yeah, I'm grateful that despite all the bullshit, you guys keep my stream afloat. I think that's cool. I want to stream more, obviously, but I don't have a PS3 right now. The freaky cleaner destroyed it. But I should have one by the end of the week, hopefully. So, yeah, thanks for being patient. I've lowered the sub goal for the Titans no hits in the meantime, while there's no other option to watch anything but practice. But yeah, I'll be back tonight, hopefully to stream for a little bit. If we get the PS3 back and it doesn't smell like freaky glue, then we'll do some runs, alright? Thanks for watching, I'll see you soon.